I just filmed an entire video about my current weight loss and it deleted before my eyes. So I'm probably not gonna ramble as much as I did in the first one, but let's talk about my current weight loss. So in the first video, I was shredding up this pork that I just cooked in the crock pot for the last 7 hours. Now I guess I'm just gonna put it on my plate and talk to you about it. So I have had a lot of y'all notice in the comments that I've lost almost 50 pounds over the last 6 months, which is really cool. It's been very good in a lot of ways. It's been difficult, but very proud. I would like to lose about 40 more, but in perspective, I'm like 5'9", so I carry a lot more weight than a small woman. So a lot of you have been asking like what I've been doing, and there's honestly it's just calorie deficit and high protein at the moment. I'm still eating sweet baby rays, but just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So kind of going back to my journey with my weight, I guess is probably where I need to start, because you won't fully understand the method of madness. It's so good. It's literally just 4 pork tenderloins that I put in to my crock pot for 7 hours on low with a little bit of seasoning. I use the prime rib rub from Traeger seasoning and some Italian dressing instead of water for the moisture. Oh my god, so good. One more, hold on. Okay, so before I go eat my dinner, I'm going to talk about it for a minute. So I've been on this weight loss journey and really just a be healthier journey. Not even really just about weight loss. I mean, that's been a big part of it, but not hurting as much, mentally feeling clearer, setting goals for myself with getting back into showing horses, being a healthier me to get pregnant, lots of stuff. And so we've been doing that since about June. Me and my husband kind of both looked at our lives, and I've struggled with PCOS for about 6 years, or since I've known. I've always had kind of like rural issues. And I think I was probably 22 when I started slowly gaining weight. And I've always fluctuated. That's always been a problem for me. But I got a really unhealthy relationship with food when I hit college. So if you don't want to hear about that, scroll. But I definitely had an ED in college, unfortunately. And I definitely was way too restrictive. And food was used as, a punishment, and was from myself, restricting it. And I was very, very skinny. And a lot of people told me how good I looked when I was that skinny. And boys paid attention to me. And I did better at horse shows. And there was literally all of these positives that came from me being quite literally too skinny for my build, for my walking around weight, for a maintainable weight for me. And so that was hard to recover from healthily, because once I met Jonathan, once I found happiness in myself with him, and I wasn't trying to constantly get a boy's attention and look skinny and whatever, I did start gaining weight. But I was still pretty conventionally skinny, conventionally body looking, what the media want to see, for about a year or two. And that's when social media took off. And so all of these people followed me when I was that size. And so over the last probably 4 to 5 years, unfortunately, I've been terrified of slipping back into this really unhealthy mindset that surrounded dieting and restricting food. And it was so scary to the point that I kind of went the opposite. So I focused so hard on being happy in my skin, on being happy with my husband, on putting effort in other areas of my life, that I absolutely neglected my physical health and my eating habits. And there's a lot of good and bad to undo. So it was good that I was finding, happiness in whatever size I was, but it's bad that I was then overweight to the point of not being able to find boots or pants or shirts in a store anymore. Unhealthy to the point that I was too big to ride some of my horses. That I was too heavy to be kind to my knees. My knees were hurting. I injured my knee in the midst of this. And so while I'm still clinically considered overweight, I've lost, about 50, definitely coming off the midsection quicker than the lower section that holds the weight the fastest, and the worst on me. But we just had a really serious talk this past year, and really buckled down into like June, and I've been cooking a lot, more than I ever have. I do this probably twice a week, where I make big batches of meat, high protein, low carb, but in that same aspect, I have to be careful because of my brain. So while I am eating a lot of plain meals that are boring, that are just kind of like a protein and whatever, I still, like I said, have a little Sweet Baby Ray's, or I make myself a Halo Top milkshake, or I have to still make myself feel fulfilled in that way, or it's not going to work. Because if I go too hard, then it's going to be really, really effective. But I'm going to hate my life and go really hard the other way, because I'm going to say F it and just not want to do it anymore. Or I'm going to go too hard the restrictive way, see the results and like it so much that I slip back into this habit that is self-destructive. So my main goal for these past 6 months, which again, I've lost about 50, a little under 50. The last 2 weeks I've actually maintained instead of going up or down, because we've been out of town, which I think maintaining instead of going up when you've been traveling is a win. So I've been a lot nicer to myself when we're out of town, trying to do like maintenance calories versus deficit calories, and allowing myself to have treats and things like that. But when I come home, having a healthy mindset to be like, I should probably cook at home this week and not go out. And so I have to change. I've been really just working on having a healthy mindset around it, that food is not punishment. It is not bad to eat, but I have to think about what's good for my body, and I have to think about, like me personally, I have to weigh things, and I have to calculate things, or I just will overeat, because I'll eat past being full. So I've been weighing things out. My FitnessPal has been my friend. I've been eating enough. So that's a big thing, is not restricting too much. Like there's some days where I honestly, because my stomach has shrunk, that I've not been not been super hungry, and I've been like, I need to eat 1,800 calories, and I'll make myself go eat something. So not screwing my metabolism, and yeah, it's really working. It's paying off. I would like to lose about 40 more. I honestly don't know how much I weigh right now. My husband's been weighing me so that I know if I'm going up or down, but I can't mentally know, or I'll go weigh myself 3 times a day. So I had to know my own limits coming out of having an ED at one point in my life. I had to get over the mental block of being scared of slipping back into that. And it's been like, my knees don't hurt as much. I'm so much more active. I am not out of breath. I am fitting into clothes. I'm feeling very good. And so in case you needed to watch this video, because I feel like it can feel very lonely sometimes, but yeah, that's been going on. That's what's been going on with me. I feel great, and I'm excited for this coming year. So let me know if you have any questions, but it's really not anything crazy. Just high protein, calorie deficit, being more active, trying to be sane about it, and not going crazy one way or the other is a big thing for me. So hope that can resonate with at least one of you. I don't know why I felt the need to make this video, but anyway, bye.